Good morning, everyone, and again, welcome to the virtual event ticket. For the past 3 days, we've been discussing different topics when it comes to how to throw an epic Christmas party for your staff and clients. We had some outstanding speakers who shared their expertise with you and knowledge, and of course, we had some fantastic entertainment. And we're not done yet because we are continuing with our summit number 4. And again, we have great expert in the house today, who's Kevin Rowe from Clark's Audiovisual, and as well, great entertainment. Speaking of entertainment, I would like to introduce you guys to SnapDragon, a trio of fierce but friendly. And I would like as well to add beautiful, gorgeous women who put the fun in funky. Their rich harmonies and toe-tapping grooves will keep your guests entertained from the cocktail bar to the dance floor. So wherever you are right now, if you're in the office, if you're in the car again, on your couch, get up and groove with them. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome SnapDragon.
Thanks so much. Like Eugenia said, we are SnapDragon. This is Jen on keyboards, Susana on percussion. My name is Aimée. We all sing, we all have fun.
I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometime, I gotta spend some time with you. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all that is, and it don't make no flowers grow. Good things might come to those who wait, not for those who wait too late. We gotta go for all we know. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles way up high. Just the two of us. You and I. Crystal raindrops fall on the window down the hall. It becomes the morning dew. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I wanna be the one with you. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building castles way up high. Just the two of us. You and I. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. Just the two of us.
so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for inviting us into your living rooms and your offices and your computers. Wouldn't be Christmas without a little Mariah, right? I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for Christmas is you. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. And I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. And Santa Claus won't make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. 'Cause I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. You, baby. I won't ask for much this Christmas. I won't even wish for snow. And I'm just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I won't make a list and send it to the North Pole to Saint Nick. And I won't even stay awake to hear those magic reindeer click. 'Cause I just want you here tonight, holding on to me so tight. What more can I do? Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. You, baby. All the lights are shining so brightly everywhere. And the sound of children's laughter fills the air. And everyone is singing. I hear those same bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you please bring my baby to me? Oh, I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. And I just wanna see my baby standing there outside your door. Oh, I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. All I want for Christmas, all I want for Christmas is you. Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. All I want for Christmas is you. Thank you. Thanks so much. We're gonna get back to our funky roots now.
Stayed in bed all morning just to pass the time. There's something wrong here, there can be no denying. One of us is changing, or maybe we just stopped trying. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died and I can't hide, and I Oh, no, no, no. Yeah.
No, no, no.
It used to be so easy living here with you. You were light and breezy and I knew just what to do. Now you look so unhappy and I feel like a fool. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died and I can't hide and I just can't fake it. Oh no, sabdi-da-da, sabdi-da-da-da-da, suba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-la. Oye, ¿cómo va? Mi ritmo bueno pa' gozar, ey, ey. Mulata, oye, ¿cómo va? ¿Cómo va? ¿Cómo va? ¿Cómo va? Mi ritmo bueno pa' gozar. Mulata, there will be good times again for me and you. We just can't stay together. Don't you think it's true? Still, I'm glad of what we had and how much I loved you. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died and I can't hide it. I just can't fake it. No, no, da, do, da, da, da. Suba, do, ba, do, ba, do, la, la, la. Oh, it's too late, baby. It's too late. Oh, darling, it's too late now, baby. It's too late.
Thank you so much for inviting us into your living rooms and your offices and wherever you are watching from today. We are SnapDragon. You can find us at snapdragonmusic.ca. Thanks so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, SnapDragon. Absolutely, guys, amazing. Enjoyed every beat and every tone. I could just listen here. Can we do the summit for 2 hours? So we're like 1 hour entertainment, 1 hour interview. Guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very much. And I'm sure the audience as well enjoyed it. And they're clapping for you right now. We can't hear it, but there is a lot of virtual clapping going on right now because I can feel it. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you. So now we are moving on to, again, our today's expert. And he has been in this industry for over 28 years. So he has over 28 years experience in the tech industry. And please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Kevin Rowe.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So Kevin, you've been obviously with Clark's Audiovisual. And again, I just want to say, so Clark's Audiovisual is our sponsor, and they've been doing an amazing, amazing job from day one. The summit is not done yet, but I'm pretty sure it will absolutely wrap up with perfection. They've been absolutely outstanding from start to finish. So I just want to say thank you so guys very much for your professionalism, for your support, for being open to sponsoring the summit. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
No, you're more than welcome. It's been great working with you. EG Event Productions has been awesome to work with.
Thank you.
Very well organized, and yeah, put it together very well. So thank you.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you guys. So, and that's why thank you again. So tell me a little bit about Clark's Audiovisual Services.
We've been doing event technology and AV since 1981 here in Vancouver. We supply event technology, AV for virtual and hybrid events, conferences, meetings, special events, all kinds of stuff. We're very versatile, very easy to work with. And like I said, we've been doing it for so long.
I know that. I'm the witness.
That's good. Yeah. We, we really pride ourselves on that personal touch when it comes to working with our clients, and really understanding them and building that relationship, which is in event production and live events, that is really crucial when it comes to the relationship and being successful.
Yes.
Right.
So, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And speaking of like online and then hybrid events, so that would be my question is like, once everything started, how did you guys pivot?
Well, we had to first, like everyone else, we had to kind of evaluate where the industry was and how we are going to contribute to making sure that meetings kept going and events kept going.
Yes.
And how are we going to connect and reconnect everyone and our clients and the industry and the community in general? We really focused a lot on how we were going to do it. Then we realized that meetings and events were going to happen, right? And
yes.
What part were we going to play? So we realized a little bit towards, in the beginning, we realized that we've been doing virtual and hybrid events for a long time. And
that's the advantage. That's the advantage because you already know what's required, where it's heading. So this is great advantage for you guys.
It is. And the, virtual and hybrid events were always a plan B, right? Because the traditional face-to-face events, we all love that. That's why we're in the industry. We love doing live events, getting everyone together face-to-face. But, the pandemic is giving us, the circumstances, and we had to react to that. So developing and enhancing our capabilities was really what we concentrated on, taking virtual and hybrid to the next level, understanding how the internet works and how we are going to use the internet to broadcast to our audiences no matter where they were. And we realized that we're really going to expand our reach. So we really focused on that when it comes to pivoting. We really focused on how are we going to do it, what our audiences are going to be looking for, what are our clients going to be looking for, and how we're going to do it. Where's the comfort level? And then once we got that all laid out, we realized that we're just applying the same techniques, the same tools to reaching the audiences and delivering these messages. Once we did all that, then the next step really was about building confidence that virtual events do work and they can happen and they can be very effective.
And the beauty is that again, the challenge. The challenge is all about growth.
Right.
Like once and you guys didn't say, you know what, I'm just gonna sit there and wait till it's done, and we're just gonna proceed with our cookie cutter, how we've been doing that for so many years. But hey, you know what? We've been doing online. We've been doing hybrid. Like how else can we do? Well, where is it heading, right? So and that's the wonderful thing, because every challenge right now, yes, every company is challenged.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Again, it doesn't mean that it's challenged in a bad way. Right? Every challenge presents an opportunity and growth.
Absolutely.
Right? And you guys went with it, and that's the great part about it, right?
I can't really say enough about the team, and you know, we're a smaller firm, but we've been doing it for so long. We have so much experience on the team. I can't say enough about how they reacted from James Downing, who's our leadership and managing director, and how we brought us together, and he kept us going. He said, "This is our plan. This is how we're going to do it." And you know, we're not immune, of course, to the financial circumstances of that of the industry, but we really knew that we were going to be dedicated to making sure that we kept things going, we kept each other going, we pulled together, and that we were going to offer our clients what we could to keep them going as well.
And you know, for me, that's I see it as true leadership.
Yeah.
You know, where someone, you know, as a leader, again, doesn't sit there and be like, oh my God, what are we going to do? Where he actually takes a step back and sees an opportunity,
right,
and leads the team towards that main goal.
Right.
You know,
right.
and just back to your comment when you said, like, you know, we're a smaller firm. In my opinion, it doesn't matter if it's small or big. You can have a large organization, or it can be so unorganized, you know.
Oh,
or,
absolutely. Yeah.
Or you can have a smaller firm, but it's running like a clock, you know, because again, it depends on the leadership and where he's taking the team, right?
Absolutely.
Or how's like, and as well, it's the energy in the company. It goes everything, you know, the saying, the fish smells from the head.
Yeah.
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 If you know, if you don't have a strong leadership, your organization is just not going to function.
That's right. You're going to lose the efficiencies, and you know, you're not
Yeah.
going to attract the talent
That's right.
that's really going to make the difference. And especially in a time like this, when it's unprecedented challenges that we're facing, you really need a team that really trusts one another and that will really come together, that will really maintain the faith that you know, this is unprecedented time. We're really facing some challenges, but we need to, you know, really step up and meet the challenge and make sure that we deliver to our clients what it is that they need, and we're going to achieve their goals, right? And we're going to do it with a lot of enthusiasm, good attitude. We're going to do a lot of creativity,
Yeah.
and you know, maybe we'll just have a little fun, you know, out of it as well, right? So.
And you know what? From first email to me stepping here, my first foot in your studio, at no point I felt that you guys are not sure what to do, or like, you know, it was just, you guys were on point. You guys knew what to do. You know, you knew how to respond. You knew what to do. Like, it's and that just shows a lot about an organization.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
so no, good for you guys.
Most of that feeling is going to come from the, you know, the project managers and the technical directors, the guys behind the scenes that really make it work.
But again,
right?
yeah, like there's everybody plays a role. Everybody plays a role. If it's a camera, whoever that is, because without this person, you can make it happen, right?
That's
and
right.
if you have those key people who brings their value and their experience to it, you have a fantastic team, right? So tell me a little bit about so the packages you guys offer. So as a company approaching you, what do you guys offer to someone who would like to proceed to for a virtual
you know,
event?
it's a process. You know, the event planning process. We have the advantage of the experience. So we understand. You know, if we're dealing with an event planner who it knows the process from beginning to end. You know, we're right there with that planner as well. We understand the challenges and the difficulties that planners face, regardless of the stage of the event journey that we're on, right? So we understand that process, so we can really interact with the meeting planner, even if it's someone with a little less experience who doesn't normally plan events. You know, our ability to work with them is there as well. You know, we have the experience. You know, we do the really small events to the really large events with, you know, 20,000 people. You know, we really do the. So we really have experience all the way through. And some very unique events as well. You know, our creative team really gets together, or you know, we'll open up the dialogue with the client. Say, what are you looking to achieve?
Yeah.
What is the experience you want your attendees?
What's your objective, right? What do they want to walk away with when they're attending this event, right?
That's right, and we will tailor the package to those objectives, right? And We'll go anywhere. We'll do anything, right? That's going to achieve those goals. Yeah. We like to really make sure that the client or prospective client understands that this is a team. We're here. You're on our team, and we'll make it work.
Yeah, we'll support you in any aspect of
absolutely.
your journey, towards creating that successful event, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So and what do you like, because right now, like, there's obviously virtual events are happening, or online virtual events. What challenges are you currently facing with online events?
I've always felt that since the very beginning of this pivot, is that it's about attitude. It's really, I think the biggest challenge is non-technical. It's about attitude and having the right attitude, knowing that, okay, traditional face-to-face meetings are not happening right now. At first there's a little bit of a denial, the grief process, where at first there's the denial. Oh no, this will go away. We'll be meeting face-to-face. How do we do that? That was the challenge, is first getting over that hump, realizing, okay, we're not going to be meeting face-to-face. What's our next step?
Yeah.
And that was the toughest part, is delivering the confidence to our clients. And the industry is, in general, we're all in it together. We're all in the same place, and we really focused on that challenge. How do we instill the confidence that virtual events work?
Yeah.
Right? That hybrid events are going to be what we're doing going forward. Right? There's always going to be that virtual element to any event that we do. And there are tremendous benefits to doing just that. So and I think as an industry, we've really proven that they do work, and that our clients and prospective clients, meeting planners, and anyone involved in the industry understand now that, they do work.
Yeah.
The suppliers and the producers have proven that it works.
And it's just a little bit adding to your point, like, there's a lot of people who are still really uncomfortable with the technology, right? And they've been putting their folders, and they're still in the cabinets, where some people are, like, everything is online, like millennials, and then the Zers coming in, everything is technical, right? So there's a lot of, I feel like, from baby boomers, right? So there's like a lot of feedback because of the technology. Yeah. But again, saying that, to the baby boomers, you guys are not alone. You guys are not alone. There's a lot of experts, if it's technology or whatever it is, like, there's people to support them and guide them, because at the end of the day, you have to pivot. And as I said yesterday, you can sit and do nothing, or you can just move on, and reach out to people and, like, I need help. I'm not great with technology. I need your expertise. Help me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and that's what we do, and that's how we focus. That's how we treat every customer that we meet, every client that we meet. It's it's not always about winning the client over and talking about winning the sale. Sometimes, and especially at this time, it's about offering just our expertise. Just give me a call if you need help. You're trying to do a small meeting by yourself through whatever streaming service, and you don't have the money to pay for whatever. Just give me a call and I'll help you walk through it. Yeah. Right. I'll show you or tell you how this small event. This is what you do. This is the software you can use. This is how it's going to work. This is what you need to do. Just consulting, some past clients or meeting planners on just how to just get over that first little hump.
That's right.
And then when it's time and you've gotten the confidence and you want to do a much larger event, then let's do it. Let's make it happen, right? So it's not all about, I'm only going to talk to you if you're going to, come to me and want this big, large event. We're here. We're a part of the community, and we want to be of service.
Yeah. And I can only imagine how challenging it is for them, because like myself, like, I've been in this events industry for over 11 years, and I produced really large events up to like 55,000 people, at stadiums. And so I've worked with audiovisual companies, and now to virtual. So I did a lot of as well research and studies, but But still, if you're not an expert in this area, you know,
Right.
like it's difficult sometimes to understand certain aspects, you know, and someone like myself, like because I work there and I still, every time I learn something new, so I can only understand how it's overwhelming for them. Now they're kind of
Yeah.
like thrown into the cold water, and
Right.
now you have to swim, you
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
now you have to make it work. But again, that's how, like, you know, like Clark's our visual services, like that's how you can be there for them and
Yep.
support them, and catering companies and gift packages companies and you know, event planners. So there's experts who actually looked into it and who has experience, who can support them,
Right.
right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what do you think are the system requirements in order to put on a successful virtual event?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm always going to go back to the non-technical, really. You really got to have a team that understands, or that has the confidence that virtual and hybrid events work,
Yeah.
right? That really, you got to start off with that. But from a technical perspective, you know, the two key components are going to be your streaming service.
Yep.
So if we compare it to a traditional face-to-face meeting, you know, pre-COVID, so the streaming service is going to be all of your AV, your cameras, your microphones, you know, all the lighting, all of that's going to be bundled up into this streaming service, right? So that is your AV. Then the next component is going to be the platform. Now, the platform you're going to think of as, when comparing it to traditional face-to-face, you're going to think of that as your virtual venue. That's the branding piece, the engagement piece that really makes the virtual event or the hybrid event happen, is the platform. So you have the streaming service and the platform. And we bring those two together, right?
Mm-hmm.
The important thing about the platform that you choose is the tools that are native to it, that are built into it. The chat features, the polling, the voting, especially really important to have the voting the voting element in there for AGMs and meetings that really need that kind of engagement. Those really important practical tools. You know, one thing that we did as a part of the pivot was we realized that if we're going to really build confidence, you know, that these virtual events work, we're going to need to build our own platform. We're going to need
Yes.
something that we create, that we build from ground up. So that's what we did. Our team got together and they did the research and they started the process, and we've created our own platform. And the advantage.
When did you start the process?
I'm sorry?
When did you start the process? When did you feel like, you know what, we have to tackle this, we have to create the platform?
Almost immediately.
Wow, fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic. You saw an opportunity, you jumped on it, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, yeah, almost immediately.
Yeah.
We do have experience using you know, third-party platforms, and some of them are really well done, really built really well, and they're really effective. And our teams have been doing it for so long that they can jump in those third-party platforms, and they can use those and get to know them and learn them, and then we could manage it for you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's an important key, is the management part of the platform, right? So we can do that as well. But having created our own platform, our technicians know it inside and out. They can customize whatever you need.
Well, because you guys created it.
That's right.
Right, so that's why you kind of were like right in the middle of it.
Yeah,
You created the platform, so, and that's why, like, you know it in and out.
Yeah.
Right, so, and
Yeah.
that's the beauty of it.
And that's the key, is being able to deliver to the client. Look, this is our platform. We built it. What do you need to do? I can do that for you quickly. And eliminating that in a lot of cases, that third party that's in the middle supplying the platform. Now, again, there's no end to the number of platforms that are out there, that are available, that are on the market, and a lot of them are really good. We have experience in them, and that was part of the creation process. Is what else is out there?
Yeah.
Right. Who else is supplying these platforms, and what are they doing, and what do our clients want?
Or where's the gap?
Right, that's right,
Right,
yeah.
because there's obviously a lot of companies pivoted, and they created certain platforms or
Yeah.
resources to put a virtual event together.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always an opportunity. You know, there's always an
Oh, yeah,
opportunity.
yeah.
Like, where is the gap? You know, it's like with the summit, like I felt that there is a gap between the events industry and like, you know, technology, entertainment. So like I wanted to kind of blend them together
the
and
gap,
see like,
yeah.
hey, this is possible, right? Where
Yeah.
for you, the same thing, like there's all those platforms available, but where's still the gap? What's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
missing, right?
Yeah, and we really felt that part of where the gap was the confidence level in letting prospective clients and meeting planners really educate them that there is this gap here, that we can bridge that gap, and a part of that is building our own platform, understanding it, knowing it really well, knowing it inside out, eliminating all of that, you know, the onboarding process that a lot of the third-party platforms need to go through. Again, a lot of really nice platforms out there, but really closing the gap and delivering that extra level of confidence that the client could say, oh, well, this is your platform, you know it very well. And, you know, in terms of the financial aspects of it, you know, the COVID is certainly really ravaged the industry financially, right? So we need to be flexible on that. And that was an economic decision as well, is understanding that, look, we need to have more control over how we price this out, because we're going to be meeting the needs of many different clients, many different objectives, size of events. So that's really going to give us the flexibility that we're going to need to be very agile and move left and right, you know, based on what the industry is telling us and what we see in the industry and what people need.
And so, guys, just to you, to again, it just shows that there are experts out there, and they are open to. I completely understand. It's overwhelming. There's just so much you have to consider and learn, but there are experts out there who can exactly, like, you know, like. Quite honest, like for me sometimes it's overwhelming, because again, I'm not fully in this technology, and you know, I can understand some basis or like full, but I can't go deeper and deeper and deeper, because just I am not an expert. And that's why there's experts like, you know, like Kevin and like Clark's Audiovisual Services, who can guide you through that. So get out of your comfort zone, reach out, you know, and say like, hey, I need help. I want to put this event together. I don't know how to do it. I have absolutely no clue, but they're here for you to help you. So Kevin, just to kind of to the topic, what do you think is, like, there's obviously like a lot of really important points to consider, you know, but what do you think is absolutely number one you have to consider before like planning your virtual event?
Again, I'll go back to a non-technical approach to it. Is really, you got to have the right attitude. As a meeting planner, as someone organizing the event, you got to have the right attitude. And then, you know, importantly, is you got to communicate that attitude to your team as well. If you have people looking after different aspects of a larger virtual or a hybrid event, you got to communicate that to your team, who will then eventually communicate that to the attendees as well. That this is how it's going to work. We know how to do it. We're very confident. We're going to achieve your goals, because the whole team is focused on the same objective. Right? Regardless of the circumstances that we find ourselves in. And when we come up against a unique challenge, we're gonna take it on together, and everyone's gonna be on the same page. So, you know, to meeting planners facing, you know, the circumstances that we are right now, that is, in my opinion, the best advice that I can offer, is that you really need to have the right attitude. You need to communicate that, and you have to be open to it.
Be open to it, because once you're open to it, you already have the right attitude. You know, another really important piece is a little more practical piece would be, when it comes to the actual event, is having a host or a number of hosts that are really engaging, that are really Roger Haskett.
There you go.
Everyone, he is more than engaging. He brings so much energy to your party. So it's just one of the examples.
And that's
you know?
just it. You know, they could really, the value that a really good host can deliver is immeasurable in a lot of ways. And it doesn't have to be someone that you go out and seek. Someone on your team may be you know, maybe really comfortable being the host and leading
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
or an active moderator, right? Which is also really important as well, is to have the moderators. You really, you know, I can't say enough about, you need to have the professionals running these virtual and hybrid events. If you have large, really important events that need to go smooth, and who doesn't,
Yeah.
you really need to engage your professionals, right? That is a, you know, I mean, aside from having the right attitude and communicating to your team the right attitude, you really need to have the right tools in place, and that involves having the right professionals that are going to run it for you.
And that actually brings me to my next question, which is why does a company, you know, like obviously there's, like you said, there's different platforms available, right, for to host a virtual event, but why would a company consider Clark's Audiovisual services to, for example, to host their online events instead of just going with Zoom?
Right. Well, it's gonna be about engagement. You want to, like I said, you want to get with the professionals. They've done it. We've done it here in Clark's. We've been doing it since the beginning of this. There's a lot involved in the background, right? In the back end of the scenario. You know, at first you may think, oh well, I just got to have my attendees sit in front of their home computer and watch. There's a lot that's happening on the background,
That's
right?
right.
You know,
Yeah.
just looking at this setup here, you know, how much is involved in here in something like this. So you really want to make sure that you're engaging the professionals for sure. And they'll guide you through it, and you'll overcome any challenges. They'll alleviate, you know, some of the anxiety as a planner doing
And that's
it.
actually, you know, like my next question is like, what tools are you providing? So, right, so once the company reaches out to you, they're like, you know, like, to what extent are they going to help me? Like, is it like just like staffing, or like, you know what I mean? Like, what tools are you providing to them?
We'll provide just about everything that a planner is going to need to put on an event, including to a certain extent registration, landing pages. Now, there's a lot of great third parties out there that really provide that extra level of service when it comes to registration, and those are fine too. But we have found that our clients they don't have the budget for that extra level of managed registration. We provide that service as well. We could bring in your list, we build the web page, we send out the registration information, and they can sign up, and you know, then their attendees can register that way, and then we have the information, and then we put it into our platform, and we go from there. So we offer that service as well.
So you basically manage the whole registration process.
Yes.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah, we can do that. Now, there are some limitations to that, of course, but
Can you tell me what the limitations are?
well, if we're looking at an event of 10,000 people,
Yeah.
we're going to recommend that, and we can help source this, a third party that's going to handle that size of an event,
Right.
Virtually. You know, companies, there's many out there, and they're very good. And they can really make an event like that happen, really. We want to focus on an event of that size. We're going to focus on our expertise.
Right.
On what we've been doing, you know, for almost 40 years now.
And you know,
so.
like now with the virtual events, it's absolutely possible to
Yeah,
have, like, you
yeah.
know, those 10,000 and 20,000 and,
Oh, yeah.
and, you know, 30, 50,000 people, because again, like, you know, you can touch so many more people now with the
Yeah.
virtual experience. And as I was discussing with Terry yesterday, that now we feel that the hybrid is going to be the way to go.
That's right.
You know, and so now with the hybrid, you can touch again on so many people worldwide. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can join the event, you know.
And that's an important point about virtual and hybrid, is that we pivoted to it as a plan A because we had to, but now we've proven that it works.
Yes.
And that it can be effective, and it can be a part of the event planning process.
Yeah.
It can be an extra element that is going to reach a broader audience, and it's going to reach it faster. It's going to reach it more efficiently, and it's going to save. It's going to save money in the end. There's a certain aspect. You know, when you have association business, we work with a lot of associations as well. The drive for them is going to be face to face. I mean, there's no getting around that. Once we overcome COVID and we get to the point where we're meeting in those larger groups again, and we want to have the trade shows and the face to face.
Where it's not going anywhere. You know, like, and again, yesterday we
Yeah.
just got, I said, this is not going anywhere. This is just, right now, this is a great opportunity to actually discover more ways
Yep.
how you can move forward. Once the events are back to where it was, because the events are not going anywhere. So it just
That's
gives you an
right, that's
opportunity
right.
to discover, like, hey, I can reach so many more people, with my speech or with my conference or whatever that is.
That's right. That's right.
And technology allows that, because like you guys like pivoted, right? So you allow that for to reach broader market.
That's right, and that's what we've proven can work. And again, meeting planners are really are being given that level of confidence that it works. And there are very large events happening, and that are really making a difference and getting the meeting industry going again and getting it
right,
back up to speed.
Yeah.
So we always wanted to be, Clark's Audiovisual really wanted to be a part of that. We're more community based. We focus kind of on our local community first. But we can go anywhere. We can travel anywhere globally, right? And we do that quite often. But we really wanted to be a part of the recovery locally first, because it starts local.
I
first,
completely
right?
agree with you.
So,
Support locals. I am 100%. Before reaching out to somebody else, I feel, I find like locally you have to support, and that's why with this whole summit as well, that's what I want to encourage companies, is to support local companies, because there are so many great companies who are locally and who can provide you that service. And sometimes people look beyond or broader when there is like great company right in front of you.
Yeah, that's
but
right.
But it's a human human nature that we always look, oh, what's out there.
Yeah.
Take a step back, actually look what's in front of you.
Yeah.
Like what companies are in front of you and who can help you to achieve the same results.
Yeah.
And you're supporting locally as if you would reach out to somebody else, to a different country.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So with the, like you said, like obviously you guys pivoted and there was like so many like new things, right? What are your favorite tools? Were you like, what, we pivoted and this what we discovered? Like, where were you like, oh my God, I love this. Like, like this is working. This is, working for the clients. This is working for us. This is possible. And from that you can build and even create more opportunities.
Right.
So what are those
Well,
tools?
when we first started, I got together with the technical director and we're like, okay, what's out there? What are we going to do? How are we going to make this happen? We talked about what we needed to do, and then we started exploring all these different platforms and all these different other partners. We're developing all these tools that we're doing all different kinds of things. And we started, reaching out and getting the demos and working with the partners out there and figuring out what is going to be the best for our broad range of clients.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But then we realized, look, we're going to need to do this ourselves. We're going to really bring the most value to our clients if we build a platform ourselves.
Yeah.
So again, we built the platform, and not to say too much about it, but I love it. It works. It takes elements from all those different platforms. We spent countless hours, countless days researching the best tools that are out there.
Yeah.
And we took the best parts of those tools and we put them into our own platform. So that really, I think, really serves a broader range of client, and really serves a broader range of needs for a client, from the really small event to the much larger event. And it incorporates the streaming and all the branding, the custom branding that we can do. It's almost limitless, right? So
Great. Yeah.
I'd really say that's kind of my favorite right now, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, it's great, because you always see like, hey, you know what? I didn't know about that, but I didn't know it's working. But it's working,
Absolutely.
And now you're like, oh, what's next? What else is? What is available out there, right?
That's right.
So, Gavin, if a company, let's say, reaches out to you guys, and they say, we have a small event, medium event, and large event. What do you think is the reasonable time for setup to make sure that the event runs successfully, that there's a time for troubleshooting if they need to be. What do you think is a timeline in terms of, like, for small, medium, and large? What do people have to consider?
Right. Well, it really depends on who you ask. If you ask me, oh yeah, we can do it right now. Yeah, let's do it. But I'll go back to the production team, and they're like, right, So, but the more time, the better. Obviously, is what we recommend the most. But we really can put together a program in a short amount of time. Again, you're going to, if we need to do it tomorrow and you got 10 speakers and you got panelists and you got remote speakers and you need to do recordings to pre-record presentations, we're really going to be, have a hard time achieving a lot of those goals in, 24 hours. So that really comes down to the scope of your event. As soon as you decide this is the solution we're going to go with, we need a virtual solution. Reach out, and then we'll take you through the process. We'll tell you what's possible.
But give me an approximate, like, in terms of weeks, like like just like max, like if, let's say, I want to host like a larger event, how far in advance would they have to start the process? Just bulk, just so they have an understanding.
So like 5 weeks would be good. So 5 weeks, you're going to roll out your team. You're going to communicate to the team, this is the solution. You're going to, and this is how we're going to do it, and these are the partners that we're going to use. Then we start your marketing side of the event process, right? You're going to get that out. You're going to develop that. You're going to hand that off to the marketing team and do all the event marketing that you need to do. Then you're going to be engaging the technical side. How many speakers do you have? What is your schedule? Do you have an agenda? What are the deadlines that you want to hit? And we'll start developing that within. And you want to be ready to go pretty much, a good 7 days prior. Best case scenario, if you have a large event, you have a number of presenters, a number of speakers, and there's a lot of pieces going on. Especially when it comes to conferences, you want to be just about 100%, like 7 days out. That gives everybody, the necessary time to work out all the last-minute presentations that come in, the changes, and those are always going to happen. You're going to have presenters that come in. Oh, I need to update my presentation because of this new research, and it's 20 minutes before they're going to present.
I completely agree. Like there's always,
there's always that's always going to be the case, regardless, virtual, hybrid, traditional, and we deal with that as professionals. That's what we do. Our technicians are experienced enough that that's what we handle. But the more time, the better, really. I mean, in general, and it really comes down to the complexities. If you wanted to do a meeting for 20 people tomorrow, and you wanted to have a little bit of engagement, we could put that together pretty quickly, right? Again, and because we own the platform and we have it, and we don't have to go outside. We have that, and we have the studio space ready to go. Come on down, we'll get the staff, and we'll get you lined up, right? We could really add more value if we have more time, and that's always the focus, is to provide the value to the client, and that requires the time in advance. But
I always, I always say that a reasonable time would be 6 weeks. To put, because especially you have experts to work with, but there's a certain time required internally to gather that information in order to provide to those experts so they can move along and plan this event for you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so if for example, let's say we're doing online or hybrid events, like rehearsals, how do you guys go about rehearsals?
Depending on the complexity of the event, if it's a virtual event, sure, we just get everybody set up, we build the meeting, and then we just have everybody join for however long we need to do it. The project manager or the technical director will walk through the run of show, make sure everybody's comfortable. If there's any cues or videos that need to be played, we'll let everybody know how we're going to do it. When it comes to working remotely and virtually, that's really important that we're communicating, like, this is how it works. And then we do that from the very beginning. And when you have even attendees or someone who's not comfortable speaking, at all, let alone doing it virtually from their home with their own technology. You know, we want to, our project managers and technical directors always communicate to the attendees, this is how it's going to work. This is what you need to do as a presenter, what you can do on your end to make it more comfortable and to give us the best shot at success. And then this is what it's going to happen step by step. So that's an important part of the rehearsal process when it comes to, you know, virtual and hybrid is communicating. And again, when it comes to, you know, what are some important things that you really need to consider, and that's having the staff, the technicians there to guide you through that process, and the rehearsal is an important part of that.
And so in terms of branding, you know, obviously like people, like companies, when they put in the van, they want to like branding, if it's like at the bottom or in the background, whatever. So what are the branding opportunities there? I know obviously there's a lot of details which goes to it, but if you can just kind of tell me like just in the bulk, like what's available for them, like how to brand during a virtual event, if it's like a running slide at the bottom, if it's in the background, like I said, like what are the opportunities?
Yeah, we can do all those kinds of things. We can build the background and then inset the content and the videos. We can, I mean, going a step back, if you needed someone to develop your content, we can do that as well. You know, from building the presentations to recording and producing the video parts. Those require a lot more time, obviously, but we can do that part as well. So in terms of the user experience, we can brand the platform, build the backgrounds, build them into layers. We can make them dynamic, we can make them static. When it comes to presenting your sponsors, we can run the ticker at the bottom. We can have the logos up at the top, and we can program them to change if your sponsors change.
If you have numerous sponsors.
Throughout the event, someone speaking, that's the sponsor for that breakout or that talk, then that changes with the presenter. And all that's done on the back end, and it's done seamlessly. So branding is, you know, that's a really key part. Obviously, everybody wants to make sure they're presenting their brand properly and they're giving their sponsors proper ROI. So that's always in consideration when it comes to the platform, and we built that in for sure.
Wow, Kevin, that has been, informative, very informative.
Great,
Is there anything else what you would like to add, what we have not discussed in this interview?
No, I think we hit on a broad range of things. You know, other than that, you know, Clark's Audiovisual, we've been doing this for a very long time. We really are community-based. We have the capabilities to produce events of any size. We have the capabilities to produce events, very unique events. You know, we work with Gastown quite often, and that's really a favorite event of mine. Unfortunately, you know, COVID has prevented us from doing it this year. But you know, we'll go down in the holiday time with Gastown, and we'll projection map onto their, you know, onto chosen buildings in Gastown, and you know, we do events like that, really unique events. You know, some guerrilla marketing. You know, we've been involved in the past. But then we also go, you know, to the BCIT aircraft hangar out at their, you know, their campus, and we projection map onto the entire hangar wall. Huge you know, event. So we do events like that. So all across the board, and really just come to us and reach out, and we'll talk to you about your event. And you know, there is a time when maybe it's not a right fit. Maybe our solution, you know, isn't going to serve you best. And we're going to be open and transparent about that. We're not going to really try and promise something we can't deliver.
And that's the key, you know, just to be open about it. But
it is.
But you know, just to wrap it up, I can guarantee you guys that you are with Clark's Audiovisual Services in really, really good hands from start to finish. Kevin, thank you so very much for this interview session, and it was for me extremely informative, and you know, like I learned so many new things today, and I hope you guys did too. I don't see any questions right now because again, it was really informative. But if you guys have any other questions after today, or you know, later in the day, you'll be like, I want to know about that, reach out. We'll be more than happy to answer those for you. Karen, again, thank you so much. Clara
welcome.
Starter
Thank
Visual
you.
Studio, thank you so very much. Guys, thank you so very much for watching. And you guys don't want to miss tomorrow. We have Kelly Brock in the house who will be discussing entertainment opportunities. And as well, we have another entertainment for you tomorrow. So stay tuned. God bless you. Have a fantastic rest of your Monday. And I will see you tomorrow.
Bye now.